Hey, I'm Tony Calico, and I want to show you today how to make baked ziti. We're going to do a healthy baked ziti. I know you think Italian and healthy doesn't work out together, but it does. I'm going to show you how to make baked ziti like my mom showed me, like her mom showed her. I'm going to take you through my ingredients here, and then I'm going to correct you on how you say things. I got some ragout. You say ricotta, I say ragout. I got some ragout. I got some mozzarella. You say mozzarella. I don't know why people say mozzarella. I've got my tomatoes. I'm going to show you how to make sauce. I'm going to show you how to make a delicious filling for your baked ziti. I got some beautiful whole wheat pasta. I use Barilla. I only like to use Barilla. No matter where I travel in the world, it's Barilla, and they don't pay me yet to be able to say that. I've got all my ingredients here, my Parmesan cheese, my chicken. I got some fresh bread. We're going to make some garlic bread today. Now, I got a pot of sauce that's been cooking for 10 hours on the stove. Not this stove. I brought it in today. But I'm going to show you how to make sauce. You can make sauce cheaper than you can buy sauce in a jar, but if you're a mom and you're in a rush and you need to make this meal, you can make this meal in less than an hour. You can use some jar sauce. Mom, forgive me for saying jar sauce, but if you're going to use jar sauce, use Barilla. I mean, for crying out loud, yet let's use a good sauce. Got my spices here. I'm not going to get fancy and chop up fresh garlic and parsley and basil. Now, we can do that, but this is what you got at home. So I brought the stuff here this morning in this kitchen to show you what you have at home. We're going to use the same stuff, and we're going to make Italian food today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a real good Italian sauce, because you got to make your sauce first. So you want to make sauce. I don't know why people buy sauce, but if you want to make sauce, it's very easy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take olive oil. I got my beautiful olive oil here. That's all I like to use is olive oil. Get that olive oil in the pan nice. A little more. Then you take your fresh garlic. This is fresh garlic chopped. I brought it here so you could see it. It's right here. It's ready to go. Just put it in here. And you put it on the stove. You got to let your garlic brown, okay? You don't have to film this on the stove, guys. So I got my garlic browning. I'm going to open up my tomatoes. Oh, you don't use fresh tomatoes, Chef Tony? Is that what you guys are going to do to me? Now, who's taking fresh tomatoes at home and making their own sauce? If you got all that time, that's wonderful. But for crying out loud, who has that time today? So I'm going to open up my tomatoes. I got this beautiful can opener. I don't know where I got it or what sponsor, because we don't have no sponsors here at Orlando's finest cooking show. Is that the right word, Paul? What's the Orlando signature chefs? So I'm going to open up my tomatoes. I got this beautiful can opener where you don't cut yourself on the lid. That's really nice. Get your tomatoes opened. Very important. No edges. No way to cut your fingers. It's beautiful. Yeah, I want to thank Signature Chefs of Orlando for trusting me to show you how to make some really good Italian food. We're even going healthy today. You're not even going to know that it's healthy. It's going to taste so good. If you know how to cook Italian food the right way, healthy or not, it's going to taste good. So I got my garlic over here browning on the stove. Very important that you brown your garlic in the olive oil. We don't have smell-o-vision yet, so there's no way that through the camera you could smell what I'm cooking. And I got all my ingredients here. I don't use cookbooks and I don't measure stuff out, but I'm going to show you how to measure out what you need when you're making sauce. Now, very, very important, brown. Don't burn your garlic. You got to brown it, okay? And remember, I like to cook my sauce 10 hours. My mom cooked her sauce 10 hours. My grandmother cooked her sauce 10 hours. We cook it 10 hours. But you know, technically, if you use a good tomato like a Tutarossa tomato, I personally like California tomatoes. They cook really good. But I like to use this tomato sauce here. And you can cook it for 3 hours, but I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. Because you ever eat Italian food and you get a stomach ache after? We say, oh, I got agita. That's the word we use in New York. You got agita. I'm going to show you how to make sauce without getting a stomach ache, and it's amazing. So I got my garlic here. So you take your garlic while it's browning. It's really nice. You can smell it. It's just wonderful. What I like to do is take my tomatoes, get them right inside there nice. Don't do anything with the can yet, okay? Take my other can of tomatoes, get those in there nice. Now here's the thing with sauce. If you ever get a stomach ache when you eat sauce, it's because the tomatoes are acidy. Now I don't want to have a problem with my mom. Mom, if you see this, don't be mad at me. My mom likes to take about a quarter of an onion, chop it small like the garlic, kind of let it melt away in the olive oil. That actually takes the acid right away. Now, I don't, my kids do, my wife, everybody argues over sauce when you get to my house. I like to take about a tablespoon of sugar. Yes, I'm using sugar, okay? Like to put a tablespoon of sugar in there, put just a little bit of more to get rid of the acid. I do that. Now, I don't salt my food. Now, I'm using a little bit of garlic salt, so the salt that people like to add in food, you're going to get it right from the garlic salt. I like to just cover the top with garlic salt. Nice and easy. Boom, there you go. It's easy. There's no stress there. I don't use oregano. Who uses oregano when they make a pot of sauce? You use oregano when you make pizza sauce, but we're not making pizza sauce today, everybody. So I take a little bit of basil. Now, I like to use about a tablespoon of basil. The tomatoes that we're using today, the cans are just a little bigger than normal, so we're going to add just a little more dried basil. Why am I using dried basil and not fresh basil? Because if you have time to cut all that stuff up, wonderful, you can use it fresh. But I wanted to take you through what you have in your house. It's really easy. Now I take about a tablespoon of parsley, put that in there. Very important. That's it, folks. I don't know what all the stress is over sauce and all the weird things that people add in. This is what I put in my sauce. I've cooked for thousands of people and I haven't had too many complaints. Except my dad. My dad always complained that my sauce didn't taste like my mom's. What are you going to do? When my daughters start making sauce for me, I guess I'll complain that it doesn't taste like my wife's. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that cook. I got it on a medium-low heat. Now, I told you not to throw the cans away. What I'm going to do is just put just a little bit of water in my cans. You want to get the tomato sauce that was in there out. And the secret of cooking sauce and cooking it a long time is let it reduce and let it thicken up. That's really, really, really important. So we're going to take and we're going to add this to our sauce later on.